Hey, this is Phil Lilley, Lilley's Landing Resort and Marina on Lake Taneycomo. I brought Jackson out here to do one cast today because it's a little warmer. It's in the low 40s. It's still shaking a little bit. They're running like a 3/4 of a unit, not quite a unit, this afternoon. It is Thursday, the 18th of November. This is the slowest they've run the water in a while. But we got more cold water coming in tomorrow. Yeah, this is the least amount of water that they've run in a while because of it's just warmer today. And but we got more cold weather coming in tomorrow. So, and tomorrow night's down to 0 again. But we came out here. I'm just below the River Point Estates boat ramp, and I'm gonna drift kind of on the shallow side. I've got a 1/125th ounce olive and black jig on 2-pound line. Actually, this is that 1-pound line that I've been using. Supposed to get our mics in Monday. Maybe they'll be here Saturday. We'll see. Until then, we're really trying to stay closer to the camera, unless we're not talking and there's fishing, and talk close to the camera where you can hear. I know it's hard for us to do that because we're used to having mics that we can be any place and talk and you can hear, but we'll see what happens here. Fish on the first cast. Another rainbow. Pretty small. You have a tournament Saturday, and it's going to be a tough tournament. It's only supposed to get up to 20. Start out really cold. The guys are going to have to be real careful. We'll tell them to take lots of breaks. We've got several out here practicing. Recognize some of the guys that are here already. I'm seeing a lot of people catching fish up and down here too. Saw 3 fish just coming up here being landed. I just saw another one being landed by some guys down below me. They're biting. They're biting. At least the little ones are. That hurt. Nailed me. So, a bunch of us went to Springfield yesterday from our food pantry, volunteers and a few staff members, and we took a tour of the Conway of Hope headquarters warehouse in Springfield. Very impressive. It's very cool. Conway Hope does a lot of disaster relief around the world, but well, in the States, but they do a lot of things all over the world. It's pretty amazing. Very impressive. Doing a lot of good work. I just missed one. I hate calling out my friend for buzzing people. He did it on purpose. So I can see my line.
How's it going, Mr. Lilley?
Good, how are you?
Getting the bunch today?
It's pretty good, really.
Yeah, I noticed you. I was watching.
Yeah,
Warm.
there's a bunch more down here catching fish too, so
I think this is the honey hole from your place to mine.
I think you're right.
Thank y'all.
Good to see you. So I'm watching my line. If it goes slack, I've got a light enough jig that it takes a long time for that jig to hit the bottom. If it goes slack, the fish has picked it up. It's a little bigger, but man, he's a fat one. Most of these are not been in the lake very long. They stock our fish about an average of 11.5 inches. And my line just went slack, and I know it wasn't on the bottom. About 8-9 foot deep out there. Well, could have been a bite. Well, I didn't see the bite, but it definitely was a bite. Small. Now he's a lot cleaner fish. Got all of its fins. Still not real big, but he's been in the lake a little longer than the others. I brought another rod with a 1/16 ounce jig, 4-pound line, but I'm going to stick with this. The line just went slack again. So those fish are hitting that jig as it's dropping. Maybe it is hitting the bottom. I didn't think it would drop that far, but maybe it was. This is a 7-foot. It's a temple fork rod. It's fast action. It's pretty light, and it's nice to throw these small jigs with it. I'm right in front of the long dock, River Point Estates. Sometimes it's really hard to see that line. Let me get a little closer. Okay. This is kind of where I started, and I kind of drifted out into the middle of the lake a little more than I want. Oh, I just missed one.
When you dig a 7-story hole first.
like a bite. Okay, I'll try the 16th. I just threw my jig off. It's a 16th black and white. Something bad about using such light line, you can break off on a fish, you can break off on the cast. See, I'm hitting the bottom on using this one. So I have to work it faster, so I'm going to move out. I'm just out in deeper water is all. Missed it. I missed him on that cast. A couple more casts. I sure like that lighter jig. Oh, he hit it coming in. I was just reeling it in. He kind of picked it up. There's a fish. I was working that one slower on the bottom. Bigger fish too. Little bigger. Oh, it is a. Oh. That felt like a big fish. I just didn't. I didn't think it was a bite, and then I thought it was a bite, and I didn't set the hook right, and then he just pulled off. It's a better fish. So I've changed up my approach a lot. If you've noticed, on the light jigs, I was popping them and letting them sink a long time. On this one, I'm swimming it a little more and letting it drop. Trying to keeping it closer to the bottom. Hey, Dad. So you can mistake the bottom for a fish or a fish for the bottom. But you always should try to set the hook. If there's any question, I just didn't set the hook like I was supposed to on that one. I'm a little past Short Creek now, so I'm right at the top of the flats. I'm gonna keep working it. I wasn't planning on staying out this long, but a lot of big fish are caught through here, a lot of browns. Missed. See, it's not as deep through here. So I'm hitting the bottom a lot, which is not a bad thing. Just that's why I'm setting the hook a little bit more often. Better to set the hook and not be a fish than not set the hook and be a fish. Now see, I thought it was the bottom. I just kind of halfway set it, but it wasn't the bottom. A couple more. Last cast. That was bottom. That felt good for a second. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Caught some fish today. Looking forward to the tournament on Saturday. See you tomorrow. Thanks.